All right, it's time for everybody's favorite segment, future award-winning segment of the People's Rose, Brooke's Buzz.
Hi.
What you got for us, Brooke?
Well, so I have been... Okay, so Housewives are back. So Real Housewives of Orange County, Real Housewives of Dubai, and Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Okay.
In New Jersey, I'm sorry, I can't stand to watch it. It's the same stuff. It's not entertaining. I don't like it. So I'm not watching that one. Dubai has been really good. Nothing too out there. Now, Orange County has been one of my favorites from the beginning. And I think this season's going to be really good because we have a returning housewife, Alexis Bellino. I don't know if you remember her or know her. But she was on like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she was married to this guy named Jim. They since have gotten a divorce. Jim sued two of the housewives.
Oh, wow.
For defamation.
Yeah.
It was like this big thing. So she was invited back, but here's the kicker. Now she's dating one of the housewives' ex-boyfriends, John Jansen, or Johnny J, as she calls him. And it is drama because it's Shannon Beador's ex. Do you know Shannon Beador?
The name sounds familiar.
Shannon Beador is a little bit on a downward spiral. Okay, it's honestly hard. It's honestly hard to watch.
Yeah.
Because all of her daughters moved out. So we've seen her for a long time. We saw her married. We saw her get a divorce and then support her children on her own. All of her daughters have recently moved out, gone to college, gone to, one of them's just like living in Paris. And then her and John Jansen broke up. And then she got a DUI because she drove drunk into somebody's house.
Oh my gosh.
And tried to flee the scene.
Yeah.
So she's just really not doing well. Okay? And now the producers are like, oh, well, guess what? Now your ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend, who's an ex-housewife, is on the show.
Okay.
So that's Alexis Bellino.
Okay.
And Alexis is like, he is my man. We're going to get married. Like, sorry it didn't work out for y'all, but now he's mine. And Shannon is just like, she's acting like she's not distraught, but she's clearly distraught.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's rough. And the thing about John Jansen, is that when he was with Shannon would always be like, well, he doesn't like the spotlight. He doesn't want to be on the show. He doesn't like that I'm doing the show. I don't want to always talk about our relationship.
Yeah.
And so for him to now be dating another housewife, it's kind of like, bro, do you really not like the spotlight? But I think he just never really liked Shannon, which is really sad.
Here, is it, what's his name, Johnny J?
Mm-hmm.
Is Johnny J, and what's the other's names? Who's Johnny J? He's dating, who's he now?
He's currently with Alexis.
And Shannon Beador. What's his ex?
Yeah.
Were they ever on the show together? Shannon Beador and Alexis?
Yeah, they were.
Here's what's happened. It's a classic. We've all seen this before. Johnny J, Aaron Samuels, Alexis, Caddy Heron, Shannon Beador, Regina George.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah, Aaron Samuels claims to not like the plastics, but he's dated two plastics in 2 years at Westfield High School.
Fair.
Come on, Aaron.
Fair.
That's what I see. He has a type even if if he doesn't like it.
Yeah. So, in the very first episode of the season, they're all at this party, which they always do. They get them all together. But Shannon literally approaches Alexis.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, can we talk? And Alexis is like, sure. Okay, so everyone's expecting her to say something about John, right? Johnny J.
Right.
No, she goes in with what your ex-husband did to me suing me really hurt me. And Alexis is like, bro, I had nothing to do with that. I know nothing about that. We weren't even together when he did that.
Right.
Like, sorry, but I have nothing to do with that.
Right.
And she was just like doubling down on that's what her beef was with Alexis, and everyone was just like, Shannon, we know that's not your real problem with Alexis.
Yeah. Maybe I need to look these people up.
Yeah. So it's just, I think it's going to be a very interesting season.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So I've been binging the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. DCC's America's Sweethearts.
Wow, Shannon has had tons of work done.
She's had a lot of work done.
Whoa.
Yes, that's correct.
She looks totally different than the last time I saw her.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Because she's, yeah.
And like, it looks like she had a buccal fat removal.
What is that?
Oh, wow. You don't know what that is?
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, she definitely did have a buccal fat removal.
Let me see the pics you're referring to, the before and after.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
I can't see it on the pod.
Okay. So, yeah, America's Sweethearts, that's actually really good. You know what they did? So the show used to be on CMT years ago, right? And
what show?
The Dallas Cowboys making the team. And it was really focused on like training camp and like cutting. It was really like the Hard Knocks kind of.
Yeah.
But this one goes way more into the backstories of the girls. And kind of gets you to like really like the girls. So then whenever they get cut, it's devastating.
It's so hard.
I cried very hard. I cried a lot.
So Cheerleader hard.
I would probably cry watching Hard Knocks too.
I've tried multiple times to get you to watch Hard Knocks. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a lot on our list.
We do.
So, anyway, yeah. So I've been watching that. That's been pretty good. It's been pretty. Some of this stuff is a little jarring, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Oh no.
Yeah, she's bearing the lead here. She was watching Dallas Cowboys cheerleading show, and I don't hear her for a little bit. I was working from home, and our son walks in here. Let me tell you what I thought he said, because I hadn't heard you for a little bit. So then our son walks in here, and sometimes when he's like on his missions, he watches a lot of like hero TV. He like gets this face. You can't see me on the pod, but for those watching on YouTube, he goes like he furrows his brow and is like looking really intensely. So he walks in, he stomps into the office, and he's like, Dada, Mama died. And I was like, what? And I was like, what are you trying to say? And I had heard him say something about outside. So I was like, outside? You want to go outside? Mama's outside? He said, Mama died. And I was like, huh? And so you weren't saying anything to correct him. So I'm like, show me what you're talking about. He said, okay. So then he marches into our room, and I walk in there, and you're sobbing. I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, Mama cried. And I'm like, oh, Mama cried. He's like, yeah, Mama cried.
That's horrible.
And I was like, what are you crying about? And I look at the TV, and there's Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, he was very upset that I was upset.
But he was, looking out for you. He was letting me know that you were
very sweet.
Crying. It was a very sweet move. But yeah, I said all that to say you were very much into.
I was, for sure. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for Brooks Buzz at this moment in time.
But it's, it was a short but sweet Brooks Buzz.
Short but sweet. Just like me.
Exactly. So we are also watching The Mole. All the episodes are out. So again, this is not a beat by beat thing, because you might not watch it. You might have seen all the episodes. You might not have seen any yet. But just really quickly, I think this season of The Mole is going great so far. To me, it's already, in my opinion, surpassed the first season. Okay, so The Mole was a show that used to come on, I believe, ABC back in the day, like in 2002, 2003, with Anderson Cooper.
We had talked a long time ago about how we both really liked that show.
Right, and it was Netflix bought the old episodes.
Oh yeah, because they had yeah.
And we watched the season of the old episodes. I think we had seen it before, but it was again that was over 20 years ago when we were in preteens, and so watched it again and enjoyed it. And so Netflix, I guess, from all of the hype of people rewatching it, rebooted it.
Yeah,
had a first season of the Netflix version. It was good. It was okay. And this season, I think, is already on pace to surpass that. They've opened it up a little bit. It's a little more what we remember, I would say.
Yeah.
And it's very cutthroat this season.
Yeah, the missions, they go on missions to try to add money to the pot.
Right.
Which is a lot like traders, right?
Incredibly, yeah.
But the missions are so detailed and what's the word I'm looking for? Extravagant?
Complex?
Elevated, maybe?
Okay.
Like I don't know, the missions are just really cool. I feel like they do a really good job with them.
Yeah.
But then they'll also be like simple, like, okay, the timer's running out. If you get up, or like, how much money are you willing to give up out of the pot to win an exemption?
Right. If you're familiar with the mole, you get it. But just really quickly, there's one player. There's a bunch of players all doing missions to add money to a pot that one person's going to win at the end. However, there's one person in the group that is the mole and is sabotaging and purposely trying to make them lose money from the pot. And then each round, they vote for who they think is the mole who's sabotaging. And the person who is the furthest from the correct answer gets eliminated, and so on and so forth, until there's one person who correctly knows who the mole is. Or most correctly knows who the mole is.
Yeah.
Now, I guess... I like Malaysia. It looks really, the location that they're at is really good. Let's talk about the host. Ari Shapiro is his name, I believe. Very interesting looking man. I mean this respectfully. He's proportioned very weird. He has a very long neck with a very long head. But outside of that, I don't know his kind of hosting presence. I forget the name of the lady who hosted the first Netflix season, but I think I liked her a little bit more.
I just want Anderson Cooper back.
Yeah, but his paycheck's a little probably his salary is too much.
Oh no.
His rate. But whatever. But the show's good. I do like who they've casted. Some of them a little over the top, like Q. I'm like, what are we doing? There's no way you actually act like that.
Q, it was meant for reality TV though. He loves the spotlight.
But maybe not this reality TV.
Yeah, maybe he needed to go on like, I don't know.
Okay, anyways. But no, I get what you're saying. But Deanna from the documentary Don't F with Cats is there, and I love her.
Yeah.
There was a showmance, believe it or not, on the mole that came out of nowhere. Seemed like
they were like they were obviously an alliance, a duo,
right?
And then she totally backstabbed him.
Yeah. Multiple times this season, they've lost in one challenge 80% to 100% of the pot.
Yeah, there was the highest it's been at was what, 59,000?
Right, and then immediately it went down to zero because of a challenge that someone was willing to bid all of the money in the pot on an exemption at that round's test. We just watched that episode. Yeah. So that's the episode we're on right now. If you had to guess who's the mole,
Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's Ryan. I think I've kind of oscillated back and forth because they edit the show to make you think, oh, it could be this person.
Yeah, they do a good job of that.
And so I'm not going to say from the early on, like within the first few minutes of the first episode, I think we both were like, what? What about Ryan? She did. It's just something's off. And so I would not be shocked. I mean, that's who I think the mole is. But we're not spoiled. I'm not spoiled, are you?
No.
So that's who I think the mole is. Ryan. What else you got?
There's an undercover cop on there too.
Yeah,
past undercover cop.
Former undercover, and he's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But they caught on to him too through the point of the game, through the course of the games and the challenges. But again, we'll just kind of peek in on the mole because Just kind of watching it as we get to it.
Yeah, because all the episodes are out. So.
Right. I think one of the things I'd like to try, since we'll make this, it's the Olympics of reality TV and it's the real Olympics. I would like to find a way to tie those in. I don't know how we're going to do that just yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think I envision like us, like watching or getting backstory. I don't know. I don't know how many of the Olympic athletes have been on reality TV. Simone Biles was on reality TV. She's got a documentary that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll talk about that, even though it's not really reality TV.
Well, didn't I send you a TikTok of someone in track and field who like works at Burger King or something?
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's got these backstories. But I'm saying that it's related about reality TV is what I'm trying to think. Find ways.
What's more reality than that?
Burger King.
Yeah, like what? It's like that's his real life, and
right,
we're watching his real life. Like, what are you saying?
Well, I'm talking more about Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Hard Knocks type content.
Like who was on those, maybe?
Well, like finding videos of people with backstories, not just a news story about these. Okay. All these Olympians are gonna have news stories about their lives.
Okay.
I'm talking about watching stuff related to the behind the scenes content of their life and stuff like that, or maybe just the Olympics. Maybe we can find a vlog during the pandemic when they did the bubble, the NBA season in the bubble. Matisse Thybulle did daily vlogs from inside the bubble. Maybe we'll see what it's like in the Parisian Olympic Village. Find someone who's doing that, make it an Olympic reality TV segment. We'll fill you in on the Olympics, but it's the Olympics of reality TV for the People's Rose. Oh no, this is what I wanted to do. I forgot about this. This is what I wanted to do. It's the Olympics of reality TV. In every competition in the Olympics, they're giving out bronze, silver, and gold medals. Oh. The People's Rose will be giving out our bronze rose, our silver rose, our gold rose, and then we'll give out the People's Rose.
Oh,
I would like to do it. I like it. We got 2 episodes we're trying to do a week. I would like to do it at least 1 episode a week.
Okay.
And it can be from any reality TV thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be related to the Olympics. Okay. But that's how we'll tie it in.
I like it.
So this is just a sneak peek. We won't do it this episode because I didn't tell you, but give you time to prepare for it. But we are going to award our Olympic medals, our People's Roses, to the reality people from whatever show, whether watching it or not. Just if they make the news, we'll let you know.
I love it.
All right. Well, this has been an action-packed week of reality TV. This has been. Thank you for listening. If you have to another episode of the People's Rose, you can find us. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have the links to our social media at People's Rose on most social media. And if you're listening, just thank you for listening. Please leave a comment on Spotify, review us on Apple or whatever podcast network you use to listen to us. If you know us personally, give us a pat on the back and say, hey, great episode. Keep it up. You're not screaming to the void. We actively listen to you and care about your opinion. Thank you. No, I'm joking. No, I'm actually not. But anyways, thank y'all for listening. It's going to be a long summer, an enjoyable summer, a windy, wet, rainy summer here in Houston, Texas. And thank you.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we love you.